Yeah, good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. Over there is Uncle Will. We're old school again, man. What's up, Will?
I don't know. I can barely. I almost fell out of my chair. My equilibrium. Wow, that was loud.
Man, well, I'm in Amsterdam. As everybody knows, I traveled over here, I don't even know. I guess today. I'm not even sure what day it is, but, 20
Monday.
hours on planes. I'm here, man. Getting
Monday,
my tech right.
Monday the 31st. Monday the
Man.
31st.
I just watched the Jet game this like an hour ago. I thought it was Sunday. And then all of a sudden something pops on my phone and says, "Hey, it's time for the show." And boy, there we go, man.
Well, I'm
You
back
ready?
in the barn, and I'm absolutely terrified of that picture behind you. What is going on? That is scary.
Dude, hey,
Whoa.
Dude, this is a nice place though. Got a nice place in Amsterdam. Nice places have art, dude. Just because you can't appreciate art doesn't mean it's not beautiful, man.
We just lost our 2 viewers. That picture behind you.
Well, that's the market looking over my shoulder, man, and I am not scared. I'm ready. Are you ready, Will?
Let's see if we can get the tech right and
all right, start sharing your screen. Everybody remember disclaimers down below. We are just giving you ideas for trading. We are not telling you what to buy or sell. That is up to you. You need to do your own research, but Will hopefully is going to give us some nice ideas this morning. What do you got for us, brother?
That's what the chameleon does. The chameleon allows you to do your research.
That's right.
Well, the first thing that popped up this morning is something I've had on my eyes for a while. AMLP.
Yep.
This is an ETF made up of master limited partnerships, and it is.
I have no idea what that means.
It's MLPs are products that are created with an owner where you're a limited partner, and they've been really structured around the oil and gas business, all the different verticals within that space. So it could be pipelines, it could be pulling this the black gold out of the ground, it could be exploration, it could be shipping, and with the sell-off in gas and natural gas and crude recently, you can see that they are in a bear market. I mean, it's been, let's look at it over 10 years. It's been as high as right around $19. We're now under $9. So we're almost 50% off their highs. So it's just something that popped up and has been on my radar for a while, and may be a way to play these oil and gas. That being said, it can continue to go lower, so be careful.
Absolutely.
The next thing I went, and we haven't done an event-driven screener, which is one of our great back testing mechanisms. Now, this is really what the chameleon is all about. This gives, Wall Street level performance in back testing the data. So what I did was I'm going to screen for New Year's Day. Believe it or not, that's something you can screen for on the chameleon. It's in one day. So this will screen all the stocks and show their performance. Let me just get rid, because I want to show you really how many options we had today. So I screened 12 observations. You can go 5 observations, 8 observations, whatever you want to do. So that's basically, I'm screening 12 New Year's observations. So the last 12.
Looking at the last 12 years.
Yep. Win rates above 70%, average return 2%, median return 2%. These are short holds. So, you can go all the way up to 10%, but you're only holding for a couple days to a week typically. So, it's, 2% over a week is a nice return. And just so you know, we screened over 1 million possible entries, screened it down to whittled it down to 389. I actually then wanted to see if I could find something in the SPY. So these are the 500 biggest stocks in the US market. And there you go. And these are, I then sorted by days to the next event. So you can put it on to basic today. And there are quite a few that popped up.
What do you sort by the win rate? What do you got by win rate? Let's look at the winners.
Well, you want to have the day up. That will bring up random days. I want to be able to put it on today. So I'm looking at today. You can then go down and look, at 75%. This INCY, I think, is a tech company, biopharm company. Here's one at a 92% win rate.
ABC.
You can look at its
AmerisourceBergen. AmerisourceBergen. What is that, man? I don't know, but I like their. I like ABC.
I mean, you can look at its fundamentals, though that's not the point. The point is, what's the data showing you, right? So you can. I then looked at this CF popped up. I know that's a large nitrogen outfit, so they're making fertilizer for farms, basically. Here's another one, E-Trade, 75%. Another one, but if you look at CF, you can just take a look. I was just looking at, like everything, the market's been down, right, from its high. This is at high of 56 in the past 6 months, then sold off, then got back to 53. It's in a bear market, right? It's down 20% from its high over the last 52 weeks. It did have a pop, but what the event's telling you is after this New Year's Day, you have an opportunity to buy and hold. This says sell it 2 days after. This is 3 days after, and you see the returns. So take a look. I think there was another one that maybe popped up in here. What did it? CAH, Cardinal Health, right there. So I brought that up because that had the highest win rate on the board. 92% win rate over the last 12 observations, 12 years. These are your average returns 4%, median 4%. Your worst return was down 8%. So
is that buying it on New Year's Day and then selling it 2 weeks?
By searching that's you have to put that on today.
Gotcha.
And then you hold. This is telling you hold
2 weeks after. You get
Yep. So this is the time frame. These are the dates right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is you put it on. This is when you take it off.
Nice.
There you go. And then with earnings coming up, and the market's had a nice recovery here. It's up again this morning. It looks like maybe the sellers have been shaken out. But what we talked about previously in the last 2 weeks with the volatility is these earnings are going to be very important. These stocks, you're going to get reports from the people running the companies, what they're seeing in the future. You have stocks here that I brought up today. This Constellation Brands, is a worldwide purveyor of beverages. So they have a look into what's going on in Europe, what's going on in Asia. So these reports be a big deal. I did a search.
Yeah, but hold on a sec, man. But the real question is, are they in the weed beverage business? The weed beverage business. That's the real business, Will.
I think Constellation Brands did make a whatever.
A weed play?
We're not.
Well, I am in Amsterdam, so I plan on doing research while here. So I shall report back.
I think Amsterdam is.
Is there anything else to do in Amsterdam? I don't know. Tell me what else there's to do. I guess I don't know. Look at cool art, dude. Apparently,
I thought there were great streets to skip down and have some cafe style eating experiences. It's
absolutely.
I don't think it's all the red light district. You don't have to. Your son's still a little young to experience those type of situations. I would stay more on the mainstream. I'm sure there's some great museums, some wonderful strolls, hand holding. You got a lot of opportunities there to really ignite.
Dude, you know me. I'm always looking for a good hand-holding opportunity, man. Always.
I think Amsterdam presents a lot of it.
Bread and butter move, man.
So the next thing I screened for and back tested was for earnings options opportunities. So we have earnings coming up, like I mentioned. I think it's going to be a big interest in earnings season either way. So I screened 12. I want to get as many observations as possible here. I screened for 12. Win rates above 70%, average return 10%, median return 10%. So we have some nice returns there if anything populates. Again, we have almost 1 million searches that the Chameleon filters through for you. Brought it down to 1,400 entries. And then I wanted to screen by the next day to open. So playing things close. And the first one that popped up was this Constellation Brands. And they're what the Chameleon's identifying is a bull call spread. So long the at the money call, short the 25 delta call. Its win rate is 75%, average return 42%. So be aware the worst return was down 100%. But again, you're playing the numbers, right? You've got to have, small positions in lots of trades. It's like sitting at the poker table and just,
But
making.
You're the house, man. You're the house.
You are the house. The data makes you the house. You're absolutely right. You're making good trades all the time based on the data.
That's right.
Looking at Constellation, just it's going to be a bullish trade. Not to go too deep, have some idea of what you're getting, what product you're getting yourself into. Scroll through the news, look at all the data. I'm just looking at, for me, I went to a chart just to get some idea what this stock's been doing. It's been performing just like the market. So again, you have any sort of positive information coming out of these earnings, this stock has a lot of room here to catch up. It had a little bounce in the market. So that's something to look at. This Constellation Brands going into earnings. And I'm giving you a couple here. CSX is another one, a big hauler. Also, this is actually a ratio call spread. Short the 50 delta call, short the at the money call, long 225 delta calls. So some interesting things presented by the Chameleon. And this is what the premium package is all about. And you can see all the opportunities, and they just appear day after day after day. And it's putting you in the, it's giving you the ability to play like the house. So take a look at the data always.